I will go to the supermarket tomorrow. Wait, no. I am going to the supermarket tomorrow.
Tom, are you fighting with the future tense again?
Lucy, I am completely lost. Every time I try to talk about my future plans, my brain freezes. I never know if I should use the word will or the phrase going to.
This is one of the most common traps for English learners. Most people know that both of these talk about the future, but they have absolutely no idea when to choose which one.
Exactly. Sometimes I say will, and people look at me like I just said something strange. I thought the future was just the future.
That is the big secret, Tom. In English, the future is never just the future. It is about your feelings, your plans, and the exact moment you made your decision.
So it is not about grammar rules? It is about psychology?
Yes, we are going to teach you the mindset of native speakers. Once you understand the mindset, you will never mix up will and going to ever again.
Please teach me this mindset. I am tired of sounding like a robot when I talk about my weekend.
Let us dive straight into the core logic. We need to split the future into two separate concepts. Concept number one is the mental blueprint.
The mental blueprint. What does that mean?
Think of a blueprint for a house. It means the plan already exists. You made the decision before you opened your mouth to speak.
Okay, so the idea was already sitting in my brain.
Exactly. Whenever a plan already exists in your head, you must use going to.
Can you give me a real-life situation?
Imagine it's Sunday morning. You wake up and you decide that you want to eat pasta for dinner tonight. You go to the store, you buy tomatoes, garlic, and pasta.
Okay, I have the ingredients. The plan is locked.
Later that afternoon, I call you and ask, Tom, what are you eating for dinner tonight? What is your answer?
I have the ingredients, so the plan exists. I say, I am going to eat pasta tonight.
Exactly. I am going to eat pasta. It sounds incredibly natural because you already made the decision hours ago.
What if I said, I will eat pasta tonight? Would that be wrong?
It would not be a grammar crime, but it sounds very unnatural to a native speaker.
Why does it sound unnatural?
Because using will makes it sound like you just invented the idea in that exact second. But we both know you bought the ingredients this morning.
Oh, I see. Going to shows the listener that I've been thinking about this.
Yes, it shows preparation. Imagine you want to change your career. You've been reading books, updating your resume, and preparing for months.
That's a massive life plan.
You meet a friend for coffee. How do you tell them about your career change?
The plan already exists in my mind, so I say, I am going to change my career.
Perfect. You are showing them the mental blueprint.
What about a daily office schedule?
Great question. Work schedules are the ultimate blueprints. They're written down on paper or in digital calendars.
So if my boss asks about my afternoon schedule and I have a meeting at 3 o'clock,
You check your calendar and say, I am going to attend a meeting at 3 o'clock.
because it is already decided, I am going to attend the meeting. That feels so clear and solid.
You have mastered concept number one. Now let's look at concept number two, the spontaneous spark.
The spontaneous spark. That sounds fast and unpredictable.
It is. This is the exact opposite of the blueprint. This is a decision that is born right now in the exact moment you are speaking.
So zero preparation, zero planning.
Exactly. For sudden, instant decisions, you must use the word will.
Give me a spontaneous situation.
You are sitting on the sofa reading a book. The house is completely quiet. Suddenly, the telephone starts ringing loudly.
I did not plan for the phone to ring. It is a surprise.
Exactly. You look at your wife and you make an instant decision. What do you say?
I say, I will answer it.
Spot on. You say, I will answer it. You do not say, I'm going to answer it.
Why not?
Because saying, I'm going to answer it, makes it sound like you plan to answer the phone before it even started ringing. That is impossible, unless you can see the future.
Wow, that makes perfect logical sense. Will is for sudden reactions.
Let us look at a classic restaurant scenario. This happens to everyone.
Okay, put me in the restaurant.
You are sitting at a nice restaurant. You are looking at the menu. You have not decided what to eat yet.
I'm thinking about the steak or the chicken.
The waiter walks up to your table and asks for your order. In that exact second, you finally make your choice. What do you say?
It's an instant decision, so I say, I will have the chicken, please.
Yes, I will have the chicken. This is exactly how native speakers order food.
If I said, I'm going to have the chicken, would that sound strange?
It sounds a little robotic. It sounds like you planned your meal 3 days ago before you even saw the menu.
I understand the difference perfectly now. Let us test an office situation.
Imagine you are at your desk. Your boss runs into the room looking very stressed. She says, "The client needs this file immediately, but I'm too busy."
That is an office emergency. Zero planning.
You want to step up and take responsibility right now. What do you say?
I make a fast decision to help. I say, don't worry, I will finish the file.
Excellent. I will finish the file. It sounds heroic, fast, and completely natural.
Okay, so the core rule is simple. If the plan already exists, use going to. If the decision is made right now, use will.
That is the foundation, but English is a deeply expressive language. We do not just make plans and decisions, we also make predictions.
Predictions? You mean guessing what will happen in the future, like fortune telling?
Exactly. Predicting the future is a huge part of daily conversation, but there are two very different ways to predict the future.
Let me guess, one uses will and one uses going to.
You are absolutely right. Let us look at the first type of prediction. I call this the detective.
The detective? What does a detective do?
A detective looks for clues. They look for physical evidence in the real world. When you make a prediction based on real evidence that you can see, you use going to.
Real evidence equals going to. Give me an example.
You wake up and look out the window. The sky is completely black. The wind is blowing hard. You can smell rain in the air.
Those are massive physical clues. Based on that evidence, what is your prediction? I look at the black sky and say, it is going to rain.
Perfect. You say it is going to rain because the evidence is right in front of your eyes. You're not just guessing.
What about a situation with traffic?
You are driving to the airport. Your flight leaves in 1 hour. Suddenly, all the cars in front of you stop. It's a massive traffic jam stretching for miles.
Oh no, the evidence is terrible. We're stuck.
So, what is your prediction about catching your flight?
I look at the traffic and say, we are going to miss our flight.
Exactly. We are going to miss our flight. It's highly likely because of the current physical evidence.
Okay, I understand the detective. What is the second type of prediction?
The second is the dreamer.
The dreamer. That sounds like it has no evidence at all.
Precisely. A dreamer predicts the future based only on their personal feelings, opinions, or hopes. There are no physical clues. For this, we use the word will.
So, opinions and guesses equal will.
Yes. We usually pair this with phrases like, I think or I believe.
Give me a dreamer example.
Imagine you're watching a football game. Both teams are equally good. There is no clear winner yet. But you really love the red team.
So, I do not have evidence, just my personal feeling.
Exactly. What is your prediction?
I say, I think the red team will win.
Perfect. I think they will win. It is an opinion.
Let us try the weather again, but as a dreamer.
Okay, you wake up. The sky is totally clear and blue, no clouds at all, but you have a strange feeling in your bones.
I have no evidence, just a feeling. So I say, I think it will rain later today.
Exactly. You see the difference? Dark clouds equals it is going to rain. A random feeling equals I think it will rain.
That is brilliant. The detective uses going to.
The dreamer uses will. This makes future predictions so easy to understand.
But wait, Tom, we are not finished. We need to talk about the heart. We need to talk about human connections.
Human connections? How does grammar relate to human connections?
Because we use the future tense to make promises, to offer help, and to express strong emotions.
Oh, I see. When I promise something to someone, it is a very serious future action.
Exactly. And whenever we make a promise or offer help, we always use the word will.
Always? Why do we use will for promises?
Because a promise is a strong, spontaneous commitment from your heart. It is a declaration.
Give me an example of a promise.
Your friend tells you a very deep, dark secret. They look at you terrified. They say, "Please do not tell anyone."
I want to reassure them. I want to make a strong promise. I say, I will not tell your secret, or I will keep your secret forever.
Yes, you use will to lock in that promise.
What about a romantic promise, like in a marriage ceremony?
Think about wedding vows. People do not say, "I am going to love you forever."
No, that sounds like a clinical schedule.
Exactly. They say, "I will always love you." Will carries the emotional weight of a true promise.
That makes complete sense. What about offering help? You mentioned that too.
Yes, an offer is just a spontaneous decision to help someone, so it naturally uses will.
Give me a situation.
You are sitting in the living room with your grandmother. She suddenly shivers and rubs her arms. You notice that she looks very cold.
I want to offer my help right now. I say, I will close the window for you, or I will get you a warm blanket.
Perfect. You observed a problem and you offered a spontaneous solution using will. It sounds incredibly caring and polite.
What if my coworker drops a giant stack of papers all over the office floor?
You immediately bend down and say, "Don't worry, I will help you pick those up."
I will help you. That feels so much warmer than saying, I'm going to help you.
Yes, saying, "I'm going to help you" while someone is struggling on the floor sounds very slow and strange.
Okay, we covered promises and offers. What about strong negative emotions like anger?
Anger is extremely spontaneous. When people are angry, they do not make calm blueprints. They make fierce declarations.
So anger naturally belongs to the word will.
Absolutely. Imagine someone completely betrays your trust. You are furious. You look them in the eyes. What do you say?
I say, I will never speak to you again.
Exactly. I will never speak to you. It is a powerful emotional reaction.
If I said, I am not going to speak to you again, would that work?
It works, but it sounds more like a calm, calculated decision, like you thought about it for a week. Will sounds like raw, instant fire.
I love that. Will is the raw, instant fire. Going to is the calm, calculated blueprint.
You have officially mastered the core emotions and situations of the English future tense.
Thank you, Lucy. This feels like a completely new way to look at the language. It is not about rules, it is about the human experience.
It is entirely about the human experience. But Tom, before we test your skills, I want to give you an advanced pro tip.
An advanced pro tip? I am ready to level up. Give it to me.
We talked about going to for plans, but there's a level even higher than a plan. It's called a fixed arrangement.
A fixed arrangement. What makes it different from a plan?
A plan is an idea in your head, but a fixed arrangement is 100% locked into reality. It involves other people, exact times, or purchased tickets.
Ah, so it's not just an idea anymore. It's a guaranteed event.
Exactly. And when an event is guaranteed, native speakers often drop the words going to completely.
They drop it? Then what do they use?
They use the present continuous tense, the ing form.
Using the present tense to talk about the future? That sounds illegal.
It feels strange at first, but it is the secret to sounding highly fluent. Let me give you an example.
Please do.
Imagine you bought plane tickets to London. You booked the hotel, you paid for everything.
So it's 100% locked. It's a fixed arrangement.
You could say, I'm going to fly to London tomorrow. That is correct. But native speakers will usually just say, I am flying to London tomorrow.
I'm flying to London tomorrow. Wow, it uses the present continuous, but it clearly means the future.
Exactly. Let's try another one. You made a strict appointment with the dentist for Friday at 2 p.m.
It's in the computer system, it's locked. So instead of saying, I am going to see the dentist, I say, I am seeing the dentist on Friday.
Spot on. I'm seeing the dentist. This structure shows the listener that the future event is absolute and cannot be changed easily.
That's a brilliant advanced tip. It makes the sentence shorter and punchier.
Now that your brain is full of these high-level concepts, I think it is time we enter the mistake lab.
The mistake lab. My mental safety goggles are on. I am ready to fix some common errors.
Let's look at scenario A. This is the mistake of the robotic planner. Listen to this sentence.
I'm listening.
Next month, I will travel to Japan for my summer vacation.
Next month, I will travel to Japan. Okay, let me analyze this. Traveling to Japan requires buying tickets, booking hotels, and packing bags.
Exactly. Massive preparation is required.
So, it is a huge mental blueprint. Therefore, using the word will sounds completely wrong here. It sounds like you just decided to go to Japan 3 seconds ago.
Brilliant analysis. So, how do you fix the sentence to sound natural?
You must use the blueprint structure. You say, next month, I am going to travel to Japan. Or, using the advanced pro tip, next month, I am traveling to Japan.
Flawless correction. Now let us look at scenario B in the lab. This is the mistake of the slow helper.
The slow helper. Hit me with the sentence.
You are walking down the street. An old man drops a heavy bag of groceries. Oranges and apples roll everywhere.
Oh no, it's a sudden emergency.
You walk up to him and say, "Do not worry, sir. I am going to help you pick those up."
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Why does it sound terrible to a native ear?
Because using going to means you planned this. It sounds like you woke up this morning and planned to watch an old man drop his groceries so you could help him.
Exactly. It strips away all the natural, spontaneous kindness of the moment.
So, to fix it, I must use the spontaneous spark. I walk up and instantly say, "Do not worry, sir. I will help you."
Perfect. You saved the day and you saved the grammar. The mistake lab is officially closed.
That was incredibly satisfying. Fixing the logic makes so much more sense than fixing a grammar table.
I'm glad you feel that way, because now it is time for the ultimate test. It is time for the rapid fire game.
The rapid fire game. My adrenaline is pumping. How does this work?
I am going to give you 8 high-stakes, fast-paced situations. I'll give you the context, and you must instantly reply with the correct future structure. Will or going to.
8 situations, fast decisions. Let's do this.
Situation number 1. The doorbell rings loudly. You look at your friend sitting on the couch. What do you say?
Sudden reaction, spontaneous spark. I say, I'll get the door.
Correct. Situation number 2. You are holding 2 tickets for a concert tonight. A coworker asks what you are doing after work.
I have physical tickets. The plan is locked. Blueprint. I say I am going to a concert tonight.
Perfect. Situation number 3. You are driving a car. You see the car in front of you driving way too fast toward a solid brick wall. You scream in panic.
Physical evidence of a disaster. The detective prediction. I scream, they are going to crash.
Spot on. Situation number 4. Your younger brother is crying because he failed his math test. You want to comfort him and promise to tutor him next time.
A strong promise from the heart. I say, do not cry. I will help you study next time.
Excellent. Situation number 5. You are standing in line at a busy coffee shop. The barista looks at you and asks for your order.
Instant decision in the moment. I say, I will have a large black coffee, please.
Nailed it. Situation number 6. You are looking at a completely clear, beautiful sky. You try to guess the weather for tomorrow based on your own feeling.
No evidence, just my personal opinion, the dreamer prediction. I say, I think it will be a sunny day tomorrow.
Amazing. Situation number 7. You catch your business partner stealing money from your company. You are incredibly angry.
Raw emotional reaction, instant fire. I say, I will call the police.
Perfect. Final situation, number 8. You have been saving money for 5 years to buy a specific sports car. You walk into the dealership.
5 years of preparation, the ultimate mental blueprint. I say, I am going to buy that car today.
Tom, you got 8 out of 8, absolutely perfect. You just completely destroyed the rapid-fire game.
Wow, I did not even have to think about the grammar. I just pictured the situation in my head, and the right word automatically came out.
That is the magic of understanding the psychology of English. When you know the feeling, the grammar builds itself.
The blueprint, the spontaneous spark, the detective, and the dreamer. Those 4 concepts changed my entire understanding of the future tense today.
I am so proud of your progress, Tom. You will never freeze during a conversation about the future ever again.
Never again. I feel completely confident.
Let us do a quick 10-second recap for everyone listening to lock these concepts into their brains forever.
Let us lock it in.
When the plan already exists in your head before you speak.
Use going to. It is the mental blueprint.
When you make an instant, spontaneous decision at the exact moment of speaking.
Use will. It is the spontaneous spark.
When you predict the future using physical evidence that you can clearly see.
Use going to. You act like a detective.
When you predict the future only using your personal opinions, hopes, or feelings.
Use will. You act like a dreamer.
And finally, when you make a promise, offer help, or express strong, sudden emotion.
Always use will because it comes straight from the heart.
Perfect. You are officially a master of the English future tense.
Thank you, Lucy, and a massive thank you to everyone listening to our podcast today. We have a very special challenge for you before we go.
Yes, knowledge is useless if you do not actively practice it. We want to hear from you right now.
Head down to the comments section. We want you to play the future comparison game.
Write 2 sentences for us. Sentence number 1, tell us one big plan you have for this year using going to.
For example, I am going to learn how to play the guitar, or I am going to travel to Italy.
Sentence number 2, make one spontaneous promise to yourself right now using will.
For example, I will practice my English for 10 minutes today, or I will stop drinking so much soda.
Put both of those sentences in the comments below. We read every single one, and we love seeing how you apply these visual rules to your real life.
If this visual psychological approach helped you finally conquer the future tense, please hit that like button.
It truly helps our channel grow and allows us to keep making these deep dive English lessons for you.
And be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a lesson. We are here to make English simple, logical, and human.
Remember, whenever you speak English, do not panic about finding the perfect grammar rule. Focus on the situation, feel the moment, and just communicate.
Fluency is about connection, not perfection. Keep practicing your blueprints and your sparks every single day.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. We will see you in the very next episode.
Stay confident and keep speaking. Goodbye, everyone.